We thought that Kurama's death may have sparked the end of the Tail Beast era in Konoha. But that may not be the case. Similar to what happened in the Fourth Great Ninja War, we have seen the emergence of miniature copies of the Jubi Ten-Tails. Boruto Chapter 72 has Code split the ten-tailed beast into multiple creatures. This has left a lot of people wondering why he didn't just absorb and seal the Biju into himself, thus becoming its Jinchuriki. This would have been a fun move, as it would have transformed him into a Jinchuriki, something we haven't seen much of in the Boruto world. Absorbing the Biju into himself would have also seen him resembling the Sage of Six Paths, just like Obito and Madara. Doing this would have made him undoubtedly stronger, but he would have lost some of his abilities in return. Just like Obito lost the ability to perform Kamui while he remained the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki. Code may have been aware of this, and that's probably why he went for dividing the Jubi into multiple creatures, and that seems like a good move in my opinion. In this video, we're going to review this new threat, how strong it might be, and how it will affect the series moving forward. But before that, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on to never miss an upload, and smash that like button for some plot armor today. The new threat. The new versions of the Ten-Tails created by Code have been shown to possess the ability to teleport to wherever he has his claw marks. Thus, they can also teleport through and between each other. This will make them even more worrisome and difficult to deal with because of the level of interconnectivity they possess with each other. This is similar to the interconnectivity that was possessed by the Six Paths of Pain, and they were very cumbersome to deal with because their senses were connected, as they could see, sense, and feel the same thing at the same time. It's still very possible that these new versions of the Ten-Tails could have similarly connected perceptions. Also, they could use this ability to dodge and escape incoming attacks. This will be very similar to how Minato can teleport and switch places between his marks and kunai. Since they are an offshoot of the Jubi, they will possess enormous strength and destructive capabilities, similar to the Jubis during the Fourth Great Ninja War. But their destructive capabilities will be on a much smaller scale compared to the main-tailed beast we saw in the previous series, because of their relatively smaller size. However, their sheer numbers should be more than enough to compensate for this. Going forward, the new tailed beasts are expected to be a major threat to Konoha, and by extension to the rest of the shinobi world. This is because Konoha is the cradle and most important place in the shinobi world. Konoha houses the strongest ninjas, and they've played the strongest roles in the shinobi world from the beginning of time. Let's look at some events that show Konoha is the most powerful and most important place in the shinobi world. Founded by Hashirama and Madara, Konoha, as we all know, was the first ever hidden village meant for the training and peaceful living of shinobi. Other villages were eventually created following the creation of Konohagakure. Also, two iconic clans, the Hyugas and Uchihas, revered for their dojutsu, are residents of the village hidden in the leaves. With this, it is easy to see that a threat to Konoha is one that will affect the entire shinobi world. The new tailed beasts can easily move to Konoha thanks to their teleportation with Code's claw marks. This will be a very bothersome scenario for Konoha, because there's nobody in the entire village who is as strong as Code. This is even now a more worrying development, as Code now has an army of miniature tailed beasts to aid him in his mission. Perhaps Konoha's only hope is Boruto and Kawaki. As Naruto and Sasuke, the heroes of the Fourth Great Ninja War, who went toe-to-toe with the likes of Jubi Madara, Jubi Obito, and Kaguya, the rabbit goddess and progenitor of chakra to mankind, have been effectively nerfed. What about Sage Kabuto, the extremely strong shinobi who overwhelmed both Itachi and Sasuke in battle? How strong will they be? The new tailed beasts are going to be strong, but nowhere near as strong as the ten-tailed beast itself. If anything at all, they may not even be as strong as Shukaku, the one-tailed beast in its complete form. But they could be as strong as some of the red cloak forms of some of the tailed beasts such as we saw in the Naruto series. Some of the Jinchurikis known to have utilized this cloak form include Naruto with 9 tails, Killer Bee with 8 tails, and Utakata with 6 tails. Given their abilities to teleport between Code's claw marks, it is safe to say that the best way of defeating them would be to attack them with immense speed, as was shown throughout the Naruto series. In one such instance in the Naruto series, the Raikage devised a way to defeat Minato during their confrontation in the Third Great Shinobi War. And this was by taking note of all the places where his marks and kunai were placed, and dashing there with extreme speed immediately after he teleported there. This was a solution to counter Minato's teleportation, but it ultimately didn't work, because Minato had left a mark on B's tentacles unknown to the Raikage. Such a tactic could be employed against Code's army of tailed beasts. Though I doubt there's currently anyone in Boruto capable of matching the former Raikage's speed. These tailed beasts may also possess some of the abilities of the Ten-Tails since they are their offshoots. These new tailed beasts would possess immense chakra reserves and may be capable of performing Tenpenchi, a Ten-Tails ability that creates an unprecedented amount of simultaneous natural disasters and wide-scale destruction by interfering with natural energy. The impact of this jutsu is akin to that of a nuclear bomb. However, due to their small size, they may not be able to cause the same destruction on such a large scale. It is also possible that they could fuse their abilities to make the impact more and more powerful, thus resulting in large-scale destruction. In the past, tailed beasts have been shown to be capable of fusing their abilities to amplify them. This was shown when the two-tailed through the seven-tailed beast, excluding the four-tails, fused their respective Bijudama into one massively powerful tailed beast ball and fired it at Naruto and Kurama. Code's new tailed beast would also possess wood release, since this is an innate ability of the ten-tailed beast. The ten-tailed beast was shown to use the wood release cutting technique during the Fourth Great Ninja War, a technique which it used to kill several shinobi, including Neji Hyuga. It is also likely for Code's new tailed beast to possess six-path senjutsu. This will make them extremely strong and difficult to deal with, as they will be capable of absorbing nature energy with Sage Mode. This would amplify their raw strength and their chakra reserves. Being innately able to access Sage Mode, they would virtually never run out of chakra or succumb to fatigue. This is probably the reason why Hagoromo and Hamura, who both innately have the six-path senjutsu, could fight against their mother Kaguya for 6 months before defeating her. The only way to obtain the six-path senjutsu is by being bestowed with it by Hagoromo the Sage of Six Paths himself, or by absorbing the ten-tailed beast. Since Code's tailed beasts are portions of the Ten-Tails, they may possess the six-path senjutsu. Thus, they may have the ability to float and fly, and they may also be capable of using the Truth Seeker orbs. More so, we expect them to have access to all basic nature transformations: earth, water, wind, fire, lightning, as well as yin-yang releases. Their sensory abilities would also be in a different league of their own. They might even be capable of sensing invincible shadows in the world of Limbo. Naruto, who had access to six-path senjutsu, was capable of sensing Madara's Limbo clones in the war arc of the previous series. His perception of them was so perfect that he could fight toe-to-toe with them. As expected of tailed beasts, Code's new tailed beast will no doubt possess extraordinary healing abilities. They might even be capable of healing their wounds within seconds, and ninjutsu attacks could prove ineffective against them. The same feat has been seen time and time again in individuals who attain the six-path senjutsu mode, like Madara and Obito. The only way to do damage to these tailed beasts could be the use of senjutsu-based attacks and taijutsu of the highest level. The new tailed beasts may also possess new unique abilities of their own. This has been proven to be the case in every new entity that gains access to the six-path senjutsu. The Ten-Tails fission ability may also be possessed by these new tailed beasts. They may be capable of releasing other miniature beings from their bodies in a bid to ward off potential enemy attacks and gain a higher numerical advantage. The Jubi was shown to perform this feat during the Fourth Great Ninja War, while it was trapped in the 4 red yang formation seal performed by the reincarnated Hokages. It used this ability to create humanoid beings that possessed monster-esque appearances. Some had large teeth and claws, and they were just about the size of humans with a below-average amount of strength. Thus, most ninjas were easily capable of defeating them. Another ability that may be possessed by these new bijus would be the detachment of hurt or injured parts of their bodies. They may essentially be capable of laying off any part of their body that has been caught in an attack, similar to how the Jubi was able to shed off the portion of its body that was set ablaze with Sasuke's Amaterasu. How these new tailed beasts will affect the series going forward. These new tailed beasts are a cause for concern in the shinobi world. As if the world doesn't already have enough problems with the issue of Naruto and Sasuke now being severely weakened, several new ten-tailed beasts have been brought into the picture. This new development may call for a shinobi alliance. This is because Code is already overwhelmingly strong as it is, coupled with his army of powerful ten-tailed monsters. This is, in essence, similar to Obito's 6 paths of whatever it was called, because it most definitely wasn't Pain. Obito had his mini-army in the form of the past Jinchurikis, which he controlled. His reincarnated army of Jinchuriki was interconnected and made to do his bidding due to him using the Geto rods to manipulate them, and he implemented the Rinnegan into their eyes as well. Nevertheless, it was mentioned that he deliberately didn't let them use any of the Rinnegan's abilities in a bid to conserve chakra. They instead used their innate and tailed beast abilities. This could be similar to how Code may utilize his new tailed beasts. It would be better for him to let them use their innate abilities since they're essentially offshoots of the Ten-Tails, and they can never run out of chakra or get fatigued. With adversaries this strong on Code's side, this may signal another great shinobi war. One thing's for certain though, and that's the fact that these new tailed beasts may be capable of being absorbed by Code to replenish his chakra and revitalize themselves during battle. This will make Code even more powerful and dangerous, and it will become increasingly more difficult for him to be defeated. Moving forward, Code plans to become a celestial being in a bid to fulfill the wish of the Otsutsuki clan, and also to consume all the chakra and genetic material from the other worlds as a means to evolve. This ambition seems feasible and quite attainable at this point, as there is no living person in Konoha or their allies who is currently as strong as he is. To make matters worse, he is now backed by an army of tailed beasts. In a bid to fulfill his grand plan relating to the Otsutsuki clan, he would need to recapture all the tailed beasts and seal them in the Geto statue. But there's a huge problem, because he can't summon the Geto statue without wielding the Rinnegan. Currently, the only way one can consume all the chakra from the planet is by first summoning the Geto statue and then sealing all the tailed beasts within it to birth the Jubi. Once the Jubi is born, he'll have to absorb it and become its Jinchuriki, thus achieving the six-path Senjutsu. With this, he can summon the divine tree and make it milk every living creature of its chakra. There might just be a flaw in his plan, because there is a theory that states that absorbing all the chakra from the shinobi world could lead to the emergence of Kaguya Otsutsuki from the host. This is because the ten-tailed beast is the combined form of Kaguya and the divine tree, in a bid to recover all the chakra that was given to Hagoromo and Hamura, the same chakra that has been passed on to almost everyone in the shinobi world today. So once Code achieves his goal of consuming all the chakra on Earth, the ten tails within him would have fulfilled its purpose, and thus can no longer exist in that state, thereby transforming back into Kaguya and the divine tree, waiting to be retrieved by maybe another member of the Otsutsuki clan, since she got away with eating its fruit in the first place. This is a stretch, but let's see how the story progresses. Fans of this theory believe that consuming such large amounts of chakra is part of the reason why Kaguya took control over Madara, and the same could happen to Code. This is a probable route to how things can go in the series. Carrying out such a large-scale plan wouldn't happen without a significant amount of resistance. This would perhaps lead to the Fifth Great Ninja War, and Code would be the significant antagonist alongside any other ally he makes. Ninjas from all villages would come together to form the most powerful alliance ever, maybe even stronger than the one witnessed during the Fourth Great Ninja War. This is because Code's plan is even worse than that of Nagato, Madara, and Obito. Madara just wanted the world to be peaceful by placing everyone in a deep slumber of sweet dreams under the infinite Tsukuyomi through his project Tsuki no Me. Obito wanted the same thing, only that he was inspired to go down this path because his longtime crush, Rin, was killed. On the other hand, Nagato just wanted to bomb and destroy half the world so that the other half would be at peace, as they would be too terrified to ever fight. The world needs to know pain, right? At the end of the day, they all wanted peace in their unique, albeit controversial ways. Code doesn't want any of this. There's already peace as it is in the shinobi world, but he wants to consume all the chakra from the earth, effectively killing everyone on the planet for his gratification, and then proceeding to do the same to other worlds as well. Although Code might be on the verge of achieving his goal, he ultimately won't be able to completely achieve it. Kawaki may switch sides and aid him in bringing his dreams to fruition. It is in this turn of events that Kawaki would betray Lord Seven and possibly cause him some kind of severe harm. This is the series of events that may lead Kawaki to later reveal to Boruto that I will send you to where I sent the 7th Hokage, just as we saw at the beginning of the Boruto series. Was splitting the right choice? Code is not exactly known as a smart dude, so it is easy to see why some people feel that even with the clear advantages of splitting the 10 tails to get an army of miniature-tailed beasts, Code has made a rash decision that might lead to his undoing. There are several instances in the manga where Code acts before thinking. An example of such would be him totally ignoring Bug's warning to not release Damon. He also ignored Bug's warning on Ada, and in both cases, it came back to bite him in the ass. His impatience in splitting the 10 tails might just tally with his history of making bad decisions, as there is a possibility that these individual tailed beasts get destroyed or even sealed away by his opponents. This could also lead to the birth of a new set of Jinchuriki, because if some of these miniature beasts are captured and then sealed into people from Konoha or its allies, it will effectively create a Jinchuriki. And a new set of Jinchurikis will be a massive boost to their arsenal against Code. We do not know the exact number of the miniature-tailed beasts that Code has now created. However, in a situation where some of them are destroyed or sealed, what happens if Code calls back the rest of these beasts, fusing them to form the 10 tails again? Will the 10 tails now be less powerful than its original due to the chakra portions that have been lost? Will the fruit produced by it also become inferior? I'll leave you guys to decide this one in the comment section, so do let me know what you think about this. What role will Code's new tailed beasts play in the grand scheme of things? These tailed beasts will mainly act as soldiers for Code in his quest to achieve his goals. Just as it has been shown in the past generation, no one sets out to achieve their goals without having an army. Well, besides Madara. Kabuto had an army of reanimations ranging from past Kages to the 7 ninja swordsmen to the Akatsuki members, and a host of others. On the other hand, Obito had an army of Jinchurikis, each complete with their full-scale abilities. He also had an army of over 100,000 White Zetsus. Nagato planned on bombing half of the world with his army of Akatsuki members. Currently, the number of Code's Bijus are unknown, and the extent of what they can achieve is yet to be revealed. No one knows his next course of immediate action. Neither do we know how strong, durable, and powerful his tailed beasts truly are. Regardless of this, the next series of events that are about to unfold will be nothing short of spectacular and amazing. With the way things seem to be going, the manga is well on its way to catching up with the quality and allure of its predecessor, Naruto. So that is it for our theory on the new tailed beasts in Boruto. Do you think the tailed beasts will be as strong as we opined? Do you think they will possess these abilities? Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching. I'm Jack Stansbury, have a great day, and goodbye.